What's up? It's Ashton Irwin. I'm here with Drumeo. We're breaking down some 5-sauce today.
Great to have you here, man.
Thanks for coming. Man.
Thanks for letting us invade your space.
Oh, it's good to have new people in the space, to be honest. It's nice.
I love it. And with like the CN Tower in the back.
I know. Check that out.
It's perfect. There's not a better backdrop we could have.
It's good timing.
Yeah. Let's go to the stage. Let's check out some parts.
I wrote this song with Michael when I was like 18.
Yeah.
And I was trying to learn chops. Still am.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. And it was kind of like the verses are a simple tom pattern that I thought was cool. And I was practicing at the time. And the song was missing a beat. Needed something interesting.
Yeah.
And about a week before, our A&R had said to me, look, pop punk is cool, but you guys done everything that grooves. Like that goes. So the verse ended up like.
How did you get started playing drums? What was the inspiration when you were younger?
Okay, so I was about 8, maybe 7 or 8 years old. Person came into my life and ended up being my stepdad. And he was in a band called Southbound, and they would cover like all the classics, all the classic rock stuff you could think of.
Nice.
I kind of got my start by carrying his drums around to his gigs at bars and pubs and things.
Yeah.
And I would watch every night, like, please let me play something. Yeah. And I didn't play at that time yet. And he goes, well, fine, you can learn how to play on my kit, just don't mess the kit up.
Yeah.
Because it was his pride and joy. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
And he goes, here's a kick, here's a hi-hat, and here's a snare.
Yeah.
And once you can play, a steady 2 and 4 or whatever, we'll introduce other bits of the kit.
Nice.
And I was like, sweet. So, yeah, and he said I learned more in a day than what he learned in like 5 years or something.
Wow.
So I just like had a knack for it. I just loved it. And I had the language of it embedded in me somewhere.
So what's going on in this song?
We kind of run our gigs and we call them chunks. Very technical. But this is after the encore. We're about 1 hour 45 into the set. I sing vocals on this too, so opens up with a big harmony section. After that, we're back into kind of a simple territory, but it's a shuffle, which is like my favorite thing. Obviously, all drummers love a shuffle.
Yeah.
And it was my dream before this song existed. I was like, if we could get a hit single with a shuffle in it, I'd be sleeping soundly at night. That would be the best thing ever. So it starts off with the harmony thing, doing a lot of pad stuff in the intros. But really, it really just starts to kick off from my Phil Collins inspired role. Before the last chorus in the recording, it just goes blah. Point again, that pumping, jumping,
it's like
dance rock thing.
It's like a Tears for Fears kind of thing. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, ours is like the Avenged Sevenfold version of that riff.
we kind of conceptualize these songs that are our favorite moments of music, and we try to write our contemporary music with that soul, you know.
Yeah.
So you even mentioned Tears for Fears. In our song Youngblood, it has the arpeggiated.
Yeah.
Even taking a little bit of timing like that and like, you know, interpolating and trying to create a whole new song is what we've really enjoyed doing, because we try to dream up what would be the dream feel to play like in our songs if they were successful at all.
Yeah.
Like what would we be comfortable with getting out there and playing for 50 years?
Yeah.
So we try to dream up things like that. So playing drums with that intention in a band like this and being this band's engine
Yeah.
for those feels and that kind of drumming is everything. I really love the role, and I love being flexible with my influences and
Yeah.
bringing hopefully interesting beats and feels to our pop music.
I remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face.
You do a Tom thing in Amnesia that I
Oh, yeah.
don't believe is on the record.
Yeah, no, it's in there deep somewhere, but again, it's about making the attack of the acoustics really tight.
Yeah.
That song just has a ding 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 digga digga ding ding digga ding 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 digga digga ding ding, which only the acoustics are covering.
Yeah.
And because the song goes for like 3:45, just tried to build more dynamic with it.
Yeah.
Remember the day you told me you were leaving. I remember the makeup running down your face. Dreaming left beyond, it didn't need them. Like every single wish we ever made.
It's just kind of trying to make it sound, the tonality of the toms at the front
Yeah.
makes it feel like the dynamics really peaking by the end, and it's hyper emotional.
You're obviously playing drums and singing in the band, but you're also doing a lot with the vision of the whole tour and show. And
Yeah.
what's your involvement outside of just playing drums?
Well, it's like writing the songs, fully like making records, coming up with concepts for live shows and creating everything. I mean, the band makes all kinds of things. Like we film shorts, we we have all kinds of stuff we do because we're really big fans of bands like Beatles and stuff like that. We're very big into fan culture.
Yeah.
And so we're always creating and building deeper experiences for our fans.
Yeah.
So, all of us guys in the band have a creative input, and we're all just kind of equals. It's a big democracy band.
Yeah.
So,
Love
yeah.
that. I feel like that's the way it should be.
Yeah, it's kept us really strong. For the last 10 years, we've seen how that helps you get through stuff, and
Yeah.
it also helps you evolve creatively because you work out what each guy's, we kind of say we star in our role.
Yeah.
So if it's for me, it's conceptualizing visuals and merchandise and the way the tour looks and feels and the set designs and everything,
Yeah.
and coming up with all that from the ground up.
I like this song because it's kind of like getting in a hot bath slow. It doesn't like take me out physically instantly, but it also is all about that pulse of the gig like instantly. It's really easy, that song, but it's also kind of trying to conjure a lot of jumping and a lot of bouncing from the audience. So I keep it simple. It's all about kick, hi-hat and triggers.
Okay.
And I just moved to beast mode tom marching thing
You want to play some of
for
those?
the choruses. Yeah, so the verses, straight off the bat, kabuki drops. We all hit a diamond together. We just go.
being a songwriter and a vocalist, how does that change or affect the way you play drums?
Well, I'm recently becoming a massive Lee Von Helm fan, obviously, and Don Henley, all these guys, Phil Collins, all these singing drummers, I think, are spectacular.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to grow into my own as a singing drummer, but that's a long, long journey.
Yeah.
It changes my playing in ways that I have to be like more cardiovascularly fit and full of air, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And also kind of my pitching and everything over the top of cymbals and loud drums and loud crowds has fully changed the way I play drums, and I play a lot more solid and direct, and not really as much kind of ghost noting or anything like that as I used to play growing up as a kid. Just because I need to be ready and be the support bed for my own vocal as well, you know.
Blender.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's going on in this one?
It's like a contemporary Police vibe.
Okay.
It's got a great great bass line. A lot of 5 Seconds of Summer's music is bass and drum derivative.
Yeah.
Following that vocal melody to just make it as punchy as possible. Really use like a lot of dynamic in Blender.
Yeah.
So I'm really just trying to play with the PA and make sure that the top picking sound of the bass line is kicking through.
Yeah.
Because it's just going boom, 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 da, boom, boom, da, do that, boom, da, dun, dun. So I'm just copying that. Just simple as hell.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, that song escalates the whole way. And it's the perfect jumping mania song because we do a big call and response thing.
With drums and
With
the audience?
With the audience and the post-chorus. So
Okay.
this one's fun because Luke takes it down. We're just doing simple vocal line. Everybody sing it. I just. Go up. Kind of my favorite one to do.
Dude, there's like so many Stuart Copeland isms in that.
Yeah. I mean, that's been our whole career, really. Trying to get our classic influences in contemporary music. But most of our music is all about getting a bit of Police in there, a bit of Clash, a bit of Zeppelin, a bit of like all the favorites.
Yeah.
All the drummer favorites.
Are there certain things that you do on the kit that you like grab from another drummer, like Bonham or from Copeland or?
Everyone wants the bottom right foot, obviously, but it's more the pressure and the weight of the songs that it provides. I really like that.
Nice.
And what I'm actually a big fan of is just the compression sounds.
Yeah.
And playing the air in the room. I play differently in every room, so it depends. So some nights you might get out here and in my overheads, the room to me sounds like, I don't know, Easy Lover or something.
Yeah.
It sounds wide and bright, and it's like, so I'll instinctually just think of fills and playing that goes in with that room.
Yeah.
Because it's a musical experience, you know?
Yeah.
So, just keeping flexible with what I'm hearing and what I'm playing. So it could be a new drum any night that I'm hearing.
Yeah. No,
or embodying or taking in with my spirit, you know?
It's been an absolute pleasure breaking this down with you, and I hope to see you again soon.